Hello boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and pumpkin connoisseurs. Bill here with BNS Giant Pumpkins. I do have the pumpkin flower do-rag on, a little microfiber towel, because it's hotter than a fritter. We went from cold rainforest for 2 or 3 weeks to desert heat now. So we're prepared for it this year though. We got our water set up a lot better than last year. Pumpkins are doing good. We've got, I think we have a DAP 13, a DAP 5, and a DAP, I want to say DAP 6 pumpkin we'll look at today. And I'll go through them with you. I'm going to show you a few things I've done, and I don't always recommend everything I do because everything I do is experimental, but it is what it is. So today is June 23rd. Hotter than a fritter in Southern Ohio. I think it was 94 today, gonna be 94 again tomorrow, and no end in sight really. But we planned on that this year. Last year we didn't plan on it, so stand by one and let's get this update done. All right guys, before we head out to the patch, we're gonna look at this Lowe's bucket. She's about 3 or 4 gallons of water. She has JH Biotech mildew cure, pest out, and a systemic fungicide and insecticide in her. I always mix it up ahead of time, let it chill, check it pH, check it EC, because I don't want to send anything too hot, anything too crazy. And I just pull that out of my pH'd water tote, which we'll take a look at right now. As we walk out past the minnow, the SS minnow, we see a lot of weeds. They were treated today. They are actually shrinking down already. We got weeds in the patch to take care of too. But here's our water setup. We have two 275 gallon IBC totes. I've got them hooked together. Let's get this out of the way. Right there. We got CPVC going across to this tote. They come back, hit our little camper pump, which is like in any of your campers. It's got a pressure switch regulator in it. So when the timer comes on, it tells it to start sending, and we send whatever we want to send. This year I'm keeping 1 at pH'd water, 1 at my fertilizer, and I just switch them. Fill 1 up, let it sit for a day if I can, maybe 2. Right now it's pretty hot, so we've been sending a lot of stuff. Mainly a low EC. I think EC was like 0.75 of whatever I picked out for that day. And like I said, this one, it allows me to turn the pump on, put an end on that hose there, and I can just cool the plant off whenever I want, because it's just pH'd water, that's it. No real EC or anything like that. So I come out, this is the old 1886 patch. Last year it was Norm. I don't know what it's gonna be named this year. We do have the mega structure put up that will hopefully protect her. Got a little breeze going there. I'll have to pin that down, but that's fine for now. She's only sitting on a pool noodle. Right there. Got a little fan on her. She's only DAP 4, so she's a itsy bitsy baby. Trying to grow. I know I don't have the foam down and the mill fabric yet. That's mainly because I don't want to push anything too much and it abort on me. My next one is it's here on the tip. If I have to do that route, I will hate that because I will have to move the whole shelter, move everything, but it is what it is. That's pumpkin grown. So yeah, it's a good looking plant, just like it was last year. It's got some great big leaves. I mean, huge. The thing I like about the plant this year over last year is that she's low profile. I mean, she's like, I don't know, 12, 16 inches on the stems, which is huge for me because wind. When you have umbrellas sticking 4 or 5 feet up in the air, they tend to break off. And yes, there's not hardly any vine bearing and very little weed pulling yet, because we were wet for almost 2.5 weeks and I didn't want to cause any major problems. Quick look at some sun scorch right there and right there. these leaves will continue to live and grow. And my goodness, look at that little cobra head coming up. Must have missed a second or tertiary coming off. So I do have plans to weed this week and to go through and cut stuff off and bury if I can. She's a good looking plant. She is 36 foot wide. I don't know if you can tell that. She's not real long though. I think we set a pumpkin at about 18 feet this year, which is not ideal, but we did it because I was tired of waiting. We crossed this rascal with the, I think it's 2357 Jacobus. My buddy had the seeds, the flowers, and we crossed it with that. But she is undercover, out of harm's way, not getting beat by the sun. And the reason I had that sun scorch, I forgot about that, is because we have a big opening here, and I just put the last piece of shade cloth up, which I need to work on a little bit there, but that's okay. So let's go look at the next patch. All right, guys, we're coming into the 2560 patch. Don't look at the pumpkin yet. It's huge. No, not really. We do have a backup pumpkin though, just in case. I have no idea how I will move the scale, honestly, and get it positioned and leveled out because it was a nightmare. The plant's doing good. It was very robust early on. It's not robust, but we haven't buried vines for, gosh, 2 or 3 weeks because of all the rain. This plant is also low profile, and these leaves are much smaller than on the 1886. Back up, this is the main coming out here. Got some tillage to do. I don't want to till, but I'm gonna have to because I had to do a lot of walking right through here. This is a heavy clay soil right here, despite the amendments, and she is compacted down here. Now you can take one of those little white fiberglass dowel rods and shove down about 3 foot deep. But she's compact. I don't like it. I'm gonna fix that. I got a lot of weeding to do. It's not as weedy as the other patches, and the plant kind of looks thin despite what she's been getting. But I'm fine with that. We're gonna work on that. You have something to work with every day if you're trying to grow a giant pumpkin, especially a competition pumpkin. And I'm just happy we finally got one on a scale. The 2x10s there are blocked up. This was the worst patch to pick to do it. I didn't want to. I wanted to do it on the last patch we looked at with the old 1886, and this was a headache. I got concrete blocks buried in below the boards at the feet. It took forever to get everything situated, but we do have a pumpkin growing. If I have to move this thing, which is about, I don't know, in total weight, probably 180 pounds, again, by myself. I mean, my wife actually came out, she did help me slide it into position. But I'm guessing if I have this pumpkin aborts, then that will not be on a scale. We just won't have a scale plant unless I can move it out to 1886. This plant's growing though. She's terminated all the way back on both sides, except for this new growth here coming out. So I did adjust the scale. It should say 0 right now, I think. Yep. I don't know if you can see that. Let's adjust this a little bit. She's 0, which means I got, I don't know, 10 pounds of stuff sitting on there probably. So I'm accounting for that. And that's mainly because when I set the scale up and got her all calibrated and everything like that, I didn't notice that there was an automatic shut off on it. So it was shutting off every 10 minutes when I set it up the other day, and I wasn't aware of that. Every time I turned it on, it was 0. So we figured that out and got it set up. She's got battery backup, plus she's plugged in hardwire. So we're feeling confident that whatever weight we get from here on out should be good. So this is 2560, and we did cross her with 1727 Jacobus. So hopefully we see some good growth. On to the next patch. Guys, patch 3. Same setup on every patch. I jokingly was talking to my wife before we even started growing, saying that, oh, the back patch, it'll probably be my phenomenal patch. It'd go crazy because I've done amendments to it, but it's the first year other than last year when I done my test experiments out back. So that's a sea of green. I don't know if you've seen a sea of green or if you're seeing it right now with your own growth, but that is a sea of green. We'll slip in here. This patch doesn't even have fence. It's got wind fence from last year up around it. I do have some fence up, but I thought, we're gonna try it out, see how it goes. Last year I grew my 619 that I took to Wild and Wonderful with Doc Rotoball there, just to help me get the jacket last year, which was a good move, smart move. But this plant is going crazy. This is the 2069 Stelts. It's getting the same amendments, and like I said before, they're getting the same amendments as far as like fertilizer, but the soil is totally different, 100% different than my other patches. Well, we'll look at that in a minute. Here's the main vine. She goes all the way back around. I'm curving her this way because that's the end of the patch. That's my walking path you see there. She's here, so I'm gonna bring her all the way up this way and do something. This pumpkin, we do have the foam board under. We do have the mill fabric under. She is DAP or day 13 now. I think she's about 40 pounds. I don't know, I'm just guessing. I'm not throwing tapes on anything yet, I'm just guessing. But she's a fairly substantial little rascal. And we have a few more weeds. I gotta get out this end here. So this fills in, but everything all the way back has been terminated. This is our smallest patch. I'm trying to think exactly how big this patch is. It's 28, I want to say 28 by 30. So we're at 30 feet. Well, we're way beyond 30 feet because it came off the pumpkin there, made a big 90, another 90, so crazy. Jokingly talking to my wife saying, oh, this will be my biggest pumpkin. She's got to be over 2,500 pounds though. That's the goal. On this plant, once again, we have the fantabulous structure. Everything's set up. She's growing. She scares me. She scares me. I got a backup on this plant too. Let's walk in here. We'll take a look and I'll show you why she scares me. I dealt with this last year on 2501 and I'm rolling the dice. That's, I'm guessing, from all the rain we had, because it wasn't getting fed during the rain. But yeah, it's not into the cavity anywhere. She's just a splitting fool. And she's dried up and we got her treated. Everything's good. There's our backup right there. I don't know what I'll do if I have to grow that one. I'll have to do a lot of cutting off to get that one to grow. Oh, we have one other issue. Holy shnikes, I done forgot about it. Problem is getting around to it. Everything is going crazy right here in this back patch. Same amendments, same everything. Same shade cloth. I don't know. Here was our issue. Can't see from there. I'm gonna zoom in right here. I don't know if you can see in that little plastic thing right there. So the main vine split, and that's why I'm equating to the damage on the pumpkin stem. It split, and from water, because it wasn't nutrients other than what's in the soil. Crown looks good, but yeah, she split. And I actually reached out to Doc Rotoball and said, hey man, what do you think caused your splits last year? And after we got to talking back and forth, he says, I think it was too much rain. Too much water, too quick. So we got a can fan underneath a double opened, it's open on either end, can fan blowing on it. It's cured up, it's dried up, but I'm not taking it off. It's gonna run all year. I don't see any other problems with the main or anything like that, but she's a good looking plant. Crazy. This plant, like I said, was the 2069 that I crossed with 2560. Looking back, it was probably not the best cross, but it is what it is. You do what you got when you have the flowers. So sometimes you make tough choices, and things turn out good or they turn out whatever. So yeah, DAP 13, I think I said 13. Today's 23rd, it was pollinated on the 10th. So yeah, DAP 13. And that rascal's well over 30 pounds. So hopefully I can keep the stem split taken care of. I had a lot of exercise on that last year, so I'm feeling confident. And this patch will be filled in here shortly, real shortly, because that main's going to come all the way around. And yes, I am lacking on the freaking drip tape. I got to put more down. Oh, who's that? Look, Doc, if you're watching, there's the patch cat. He brings me mice up every day, and he just shows up when he wants to. So hopefully that's a good omen. Either way, guys, that's our update for the week. I know it's a day late and $1 short, but I spent most of the day yesterday sweating my butt off getting these shutters up. So appreciate you watching. Like and subscribe, and hopefully we can get another update next week.